Hello, I'm Delusion Dispeller. Today I'm going to talk to you about certain types of clients that I have dealt with over the years. And as I discuss this, I don't want anybody that has talked to me to take anything personally, because it's not about that. I'm talking about behaviors that I have dealt with in clients and possible reasons for those behaviors, and maybe discuss a little bit about treatments of those things that I've seen exhibited. So, I'm going to talk to you today about clients that tend to ask a lot of questions, a lot of the same question over and over and over again. Why they do that, what the remedy for that is, etc. And even, maybe not even clients, but maybe you have friends that do that you feel like you don't want to be close to them because they keep asking you the same things and they can't seem to get answers no matter how many questions they ask. So let's talk a little bit about that. First of all, asking questions is normal. Everybody does it, and it's part of everyday life. In fact, it's very healthy and it's a good idea in order to clarify situations and a person's understanding of the people and the situations they encounter. However, there are some people who seem to talk on and on, asking the same question repeatedly, not meaning to be annoying, but inevitably driving people away who just don't have the time or the patience to keep going there with them. It seems that these people have questions about their questions that lead to more questions, and even your responses to their questions causes them to want to analyze things even more. People who do this are trying to gain a level of control over their circumstances. They're trying to avoid having something happen in their life that they are not aware of and can't keep management of. Sometimes overanalyzing can come from certain professions or a person's personality. The person might be highly intelligent or just be someone prone to picking apart everything to figure it out. But there are also biological, mental, and even psychological reasons for this type of obsessive thinking. Abuse is one such reason that a person might do this. It is this that I'm discussing on this video. The way it looks is as follows. The questioner says, "But I don't understand why my mom just sat back and let my brother beat me up and molest me." The counselor says, "Could it be that your mom was also abused and didn't know how to talk about her own issues? Or perhaps, as you said earlier, your mother was abused in her family and therefore didn't have the capacity to protect or rescue you?" The questioner might respond with, "Help me to understand. So you're saying my mom was abused, so she let my mother abuse me?" That could be a possibility. Okay, so my mom was an abuse victim and that made it so that she couldn't help me. Yes, that may be what happened. Now explain this to me. So mothers that were abused sometimes allow their children to be abused too? Yes, that happens. You understand that none of what happened to you was your fault, correct? I'm just trying to understand this because it feels so crazy. I mean, this was my mom. So you're saying that mothers will actually not help their child who's being abused if they were abused themselves? Yes, that is very common. The questioner at this point may go on to another topic briefly, or this person may continue to ask the same question ad nauseum over and over and over again, maybe in a different way, but the same question. They may even divert to a different topic, but come back to their question. It is an endless cycle till the counselor purposely is forced to let the client go for the day. The questioner never feels satisfied with any of the answers that they get from the counselor and only has more questions on top of questions. Trauma therapy is what is needed in this case, or medication, sometimes both, to stop the questioner's obsession with having to understand over and over again and to feel in control of something that this person cannot control. This produces stress for both the therapist and the client or the questioner. The problem with this line of obsessive questioning is that, number one, there's never any real resolution, and goals are not being set to achieve or move in a positive direction. Number two, too much time is spent thinking, ruminating, rehearsing, rehashing, and that affects other areas of that client's life. Number three, too much energy is wasted on tormenting one's own brain and life, as well as driving friends away because this person never seems satisfied with the answer the first time around and never stops asking things. This also means that the client tends to be in control of the conversations with their friends because nobody can get a word in edgewise, or if they do, the client is already there with more questions and sometimes about the same things that they just asked. A person that has a mental or psychological disorder may need trauma therapy and or to take medications, as I said earlier, to stop this endless cycle of ruminating. But there is a cognitive behavioral technique called thought stopping, in which a person learns to pinpoint when they begin to obsess on a thought, and then they learn to use distraction and thought changing to break that cycle. This works in some people very well. Meditation and prayer are also another way to help some people quiet their minds. It is very difficult to deal with a client who every time you give them an answer, they come up with the same question about the same topic over and over again. If you have this problem, before you contact me for help, please seek an in-person trauma therapist. I cannot help somebody that asks the same question over and over and over again and never accepts an answer for it. I can't tell you why everything is the way it is. I can only help you move from that point onward to bigger and better things. Anybody that has talked to me on the phone can tell you I'm very real. What you see on my videos is exactly who I am in person. And my heart is to help people. My heart is to help you go from the point of where you're at now into recovery, whatever that looks like for you. I use the Bible to do this. I use other videos. I use recommendations of books and my own experience. I will not give you a deep psychoanalysis of every little nitpicky part of your life and why this happened and why they did this and whatever. I'll talk about it with you. We'll discuss it, but my main goal is to help you see what happened, realize why it happened, and move on from there. So, if this is what you're interested in, you can contact me at delusiondispeller@gmail.com. As always, if you're in an unsafe situation, please tell a safe person. Start working on a plan B to get out of that situation. If you can't safely do so, at least tell somebody, make them aware of the abuse that's going on. But do not stay in the abuse. You do not deserve that. I have a few, not really disclaimers, but I have a few things. If you do decide to contact me for counseling, it is by donation basis. You are an addict, please do not be using alcohol or drugs during our session. Number two, if you need mental health medications to help you think more clearly, please take your dosage before the session. And number three, please write down some goals you want to work on, like 2 or 3 of them would be really helpful, so that we know a direction to go in. If you need help clarifying what your goals are, I can help you with that as well. As I said, I'm a life coach. For watching Delusion Dispeller, and I look forward to talking with you or seeing you through video very soon. God bless you and have a wonderful day.